Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could greet every day with the same excitement and optimism that we all feel today? I think that's an entirely realistic goal.
That's Milton Wong kicking off convocation at Simon Fraser University in 2003. He was the university's chancellor for 2 terms. Literally everywhere you went, there was Uncle Milty, as he was known, on one board or another.
The biggest business one was called Alcan then, but now it's Rio Tinto Alcan, and C-SPAN Container Ship Management. And then he was on the Stem Cell Committee, Public Policy Forum, Pierre Elliott Trudeau Foundation, Science World, Salvation Army. He was chair of VGH when he was young. I think he was only in his 40s. He was the chairman of the VGH board.
Milton Wong was a philanthropist, a mentor, an incubator of companies, and a businessman.
Milt was he was an intellectual, a deep thinker, and was able to use the wealth that he created as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, to do better for the community, better for society.
One of Milt Wong's lifelong desires was to collapse the walls that divide people, race being one of them. He embraced the mapping of the human genome with passion, convinced it would demonstrate that we are all brothers and sisters.
He definitely wanted to make his contribution to making Canada a pluralistic society, and he did that by starting the Laureate Institution, and also he was on the Aga Khan Foundation board.
Milt Wong was a contributor, a man who from the time he burst into adulthood already had a following.
He always had the time for everybody, and he had this sincere desire and empathy for his friends, and so he got the nickname of Uncle Milty.
It was one of the hallmarks of his tremendous success in the asset wealth management business. He was much more than a money manager.
Oh yes, he said he treated his investment clients as though he was a social worker. So he got to know and understand his clients because he had that interest in them as a person.
He also had an inquiring mind, the kind of mind that had to know the why behind the why, and it was that insatiable appetite for comprehension and understanding that made him a valuable asset on the boards of so many organizations.
It would be like simple things like, why are the big ships that we're running, which he sat on the board of C-SPAN, why are the big ships, why do they pollute so much? Well, Milt, they run on this fuel because that's what all boats run on. I mean, it's an obvious question, but then, well, why do they run on that fuel? And then why? And eventually it's led us to be a more economic, just produce a 20% more economic fuel-saving ship.
It also meant his door was open to anyone with an idea. Early this century, 2 young men showed up at Milt's office with an idea about seniors' care at home.
3 minutes into our conversation, he stopped us. He gave us a thumbs up. He said, "Guys, I'm in. We have to go and do this." Milt got it, he saw it, he knew that a big part of the future of healthcare had to be about taking care of the aging population, and doing it at home would be the pillar of our healthcare system.
10 years later, that company, Nurse Next Door, serves Canadians coast to coast in 50 offices and with over 4,000 employees. In the early 1980s, he started MK Wong and Associates. The company prospered under his leadership and was acquired by HSBC in 1997.
He had this unique mix of entrepreneurialism, and he was a capitalist, but at the same time, one of the most altruistic, almost idealistic individuals that I've ever come across. And I remember him once saying to me that kind of money was just a creative tool. It was a tool to do other and better things.
And the things he has done have had a significant impact on his community, province, and country. Milton Wong was a man of vision, integrity, and tremendous contribution.
I think he has touched everybody. He was a very humble person.